Hello and welcome to my channel. In today's video I'm going to show you how I made this super cute little fondant cake topper, so stay tuned. If you're new to my channel, then welcome. My name is Rainey and I am a mummy to two beautiful children, Josiah, who is 21 months old now, and Lily, who turned 3 today. The big 3, I can't believe it. So on my channel you will find sort of parenting hints, tips and tricks, some vlogs and some day in the life videos, some home organisation hacks and a bit of cake decorating too. So I wear a few different hats. I post mainly once a fortnight wherever I possibly can, but obviously with being a mummy of 2 small children there are times when I don't always manage to get up on time, so I just hope that you'll bear with me on that. And if you subscribe to my channel then you can click the little notification button and you'll get notified every time I post a new video. And if you're not a subscriber yet, then if you like my channel and you like the content, then please consider subscribing. But without further ado, let's start this video.
So taking some fondant that I had strengthened with CMC powder, or you could use gum tragacanth or gum paste, I rolled a ball to make the head and formed the eye sockets using a ball tool, and then just kept going around and smoothing until I was happy with the shape and continued to form the eye sockets with my ball tool. I then took another piece of fondant and rolled that into a ball to form the body, so that this had a little bit of time to dry before I started working on it. And then taking another tiny piece of fondant, I rolled that out really thin and just let that dry a little bit because I was going to cut some shapes out of it later. I then rolled 2 small balls of black fondant to place into the eye sockets to form the big black bands that go around a panda's eyes. Then I used my ball tool again to work that into the eye sockets. Then taking another small piece of white fondant, I rolled this into kind of an oblong shape to make the snout, or the muzzle, whatever you call it, of my panda, and then attached this just with a little bit of edible glue. And then I took a little bit more black fondant and rolled it into a really small ball to make his nose. Now taking a really tiny piece of white fondant, I cut that in 2 and then rolled it into some really small balls to form the eyes of the panda, or the whites of the eyes, and then again attach these with a little bit of edible glue. And then once I'd got them in the eye socket, I used a smaller ball tool just to work that eye into more of a round shape. And then doing the same with some black fondant, again, you have to take really tiny pieces this time and roll those as small as possible, and then again attaching those with some edible glue and using an even smaller ball tool to work those into the eye sockets. And then finally taking an absolute minuscule piece of white fondant, I made the little glint that you get in the eye. And as you can see, he's starting to take shape now and look a lot more like a panda. Next, I rolled a large sausage of fondant, which I thinned in the middle using the edge of my palm to roll the middle section to create my panda's legs. I then placed a cocktail stick into the centre of my panda's body and attached the legs with a little bit of edible glue. And then once I had a look at them, I decided they were just that little bit long, so taking my bendy blade, I cut a little bit off and then repositioned them. And then lastly, I attached the head. And as you can see, we have a panda taking shape. But of course, no panda is complete without his ears, so taking a little bit of black fondant, I rolled 2 small balls and then literally just squished them into a flattish ear shape. And then taking some really small cocktail sticks, I placed those in, well actually cocktail sticks which I'd broken in half, and then I just attached these in. You might not need to use the cocktail sticks, it just gave me peace of mind that they weren't going to fall off whilst they were drying. And I attached all of these pieces with edible glue. Then taking another smidge of black fondant, which I cut in two, I started to form his legs. And so to achieve this, I literally rolled a bit of a teardrop shape. So first of all, rolled a ball in between my palms, and then using the edges of my palms, I rolled those together to kind of create a teardrop effect, as you can see in the video. I think you'll see better with the other leg in a minute. So that's the first leg attached, and then hopefully you should be able to see the action that I'm using. So I'm rolling kind of so that it's thin at one end and thick at the other. And then I attached both legs with some edible glue, and then picked him up and moved him onto the board that I was going to let him dry on, put some corn flour underneath him to stop him sticking. And here you go, I'm showing you him almost completed, but he's just missing one final element, and that is he needs some little paws. So that piece of fondant, that white fondant that I've left out drying, was for the purpose of creating the paws on the panda. And the longer you leave it out to dry, the easier it is to cut shapes out of. So if you're forming letters, or if you are forming any kind of like stars or things that you want to put on a cake, then if you roll your fondant out first and then just let it dry for maybe 5-10 minutes, it makes it really, really easy to cut out your shapes then, and you don't get so many jaggedy edges. And then to create the little toe portions, just like I did for the whites of the eyes, I just took some really tiny balls of fondant, which I rolled into tiny, tiny ball shapes, and then attached them around the big white pad that I had put on the bottoms of the feet. And that literally is all there is to making this little panda. So I hope you'll agree, I think he's pretty cute. That's him all finished, and hopefully I'll show you him the right way up in a minute. And here he is. This is what he looked like once he was all done. And I was really pleased with him, and he really did not take me that long to make at all.
So that is it, guys. That is it for this tutorial. I really hope that you enjoyed it and that you have a go at making this really cute little panda. And of course, if you do, then let me know what you thought in the comments below, or if you have any ideas for future videos, then also you can leave those in the comments below too. And of course, if you do make this little panda, then I would love, love, love to see how you got on. So if you take pictures of it, then you can share them with me on Instagram. I am Rainey S. Johnson on there, so you can find me and follow me and then tag me in your posts. Thanks again, guys, for watching. Don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up, share it with your friends, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button below and to hit that little bell button whilst you're at it. So that really is it, guys. I will see you all in the next one. Bye!